Hey, what's up traders? Welcome to the weekly Forex forecast. After a short break during the summer where I mostly spent most of the time outside with my daughter, so not making much videos and not much active on the YouTube, but it's already getting to the winter and the cold weather, so let's get back to this already legendary weekly Forex forecast, because I just checked out and the first one which I have ever recorded was back in the October 2017. So it's already 7 years when I'm doing this. As said, not being so consistent because I prefer my own life before being a YouTuber. But right now it's a time to do that. So I set myself that at least one video per week to comment what I'm expecting for the next week I could deliver, right? So okay, let's get into it. I will try to talk not too much, but it's always important to explain everything what I see, right? So this is a euro on the daily. In my opinion, we are bullish, and what I'm expecting is a big run up in here, right? So we're gonna have some quite big news in the next week. I think it's going to be a FOMC and then a CPI on the Wednesday, right? So what is happening in here? The price is dipping below a previous month low and is in the monthly FVG. We got nice level in here, this blue one, right, where the order block has been created. Why? Because this candle has dipped below this previous 3 days lows, tapped into this fair value gap, right, and from here we have this big run up. So it's our level, and also it's in confluence with this upward trending channel. So what I'm expecting is this Friday low being taken for sure, but probably there could be also created a Monday range, right, which could be something like this, like an inside bar of this Friday's low. But it depends, right? This is just a predicting, saying what could happen. It's not important. Important is once we get down into this level, right, into this zone, this is where I would be looking for on the lower time frame, which if we are analyzing on the daily, which would be on the 1 hour, looking for a bullish setup, right? This could be quite dangerous trying to make it during the CPI, because they could dip much lower, right? Anyway, once the price get back into this Friday's range or above this previous month range, then it's safe to enter for the continuation up, right? If you look to the euro COT data, we can see that basically, yes, there was a reducement of the long positions, but as you can see, they didn't add any significant shorts. So that's just a pullback profit taking, right, which they've been doing here on the end of the quarter. And I believe the next quarter will be in the continuation up. Let's look to another one. So the pound looks quite similar. So what I'm monitoring in here is this week's range, right? Then we have this previous week's range, and here is a level. This is a monthly inverted fair value gap, so quite strong level, and this is a daily level nested in it, right? So I would be interested to see the price dipping below these lows, right? If I will be getting some nice pullback in here, I would not be taking a longs yet, because I do think that it could be still just a pullback in this range, right? So in here, so this is what we could get in here, but I don't think it's a level to be bullish yet. I do still think that we will get this. Why also? Because if you remember, I've been explaining it a few times, we have mostly accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and manipulation is occurring often in the second week of the month, which is going to be this week. And as you can see, it's in perfect alignments with the quite significant news, FOMC and CPI, right? So this is where we can get this manipulation. So don't be trading longs before taking some manipulation in here, right? So we don't know if it will play out like this exactly, but we have a big chance that this week was a accumulation, then we're gonna get the manipulation, and then we can get some proper run up, right? So that's what I'm looking for here on the pound. And also, if we look to the pound COT data, we can see it's quite bullish, right? So we can see they've been growing net positions from 62 to the 93 in the past weeks. Tuesday was a report in here, so the data was probably lower. We will see the price drop lower down here, and then what we will play out in here would be again definitely looking setups for the lower time frames with the correct time frame alignments, right? Next one is Aussie. Also, I'm bullish on this one. Let's check the COT data first. Where is it? Here, right? So we can see that Aussie quite nicely flipped to the positive territory, right? From the negative, now it's positive. So they closed huge longs, right? And huge shorts, and they started build longs, right? So that's positive for the Aussie. Let's remove this. Now what I'm monitoring here is this weekly range, right? Below we have this weekly level, this purple big one, and in it is this daily level, right? So again, I do think that we will go lower, but also because this is just one swing, I suspect that we're gonna get something like a one swing up and then this, right? So if the price will offers me opportunity for the short before tapping into this zone, into this level, I will probably be shorting in here, right? So this is for the Aussie. This is USDCAD. Here we had a perfect trade last week. I closed it before NFP. Now it seems like it wasn't a good decision, but anyway, this is trading. Sometimes you will simply leave the money on the table, right? So we had the entry in here. Price went up nicely. Anyway, I do think that the USDCAD is coming into this level, right? So right now, as we had a basically liquidity taken in here and then another taken in here, the low was created on the Wednesday in here. I do think that we will continue higher, and there is no reason to going below this level, right? It of course does not mean that I will simply put a trade like this, right? Because I think the price will not go below this level and just enter like that. Obviously I could do that, but you know, we want to see some nice risk reward trades, right? So what I have in here is this Friday's range, and I would like to see at least drop below it. In it is definitely some big, this is actually a 4 hours range, right? So I would like to see a drop below this 4 hours range. As you can see, I got the alarm in here, so I do not have to watch the charts all the time. And then I would like to be looking for the longs. If it doesn't play right and market somehow opens and go higher, then I will be monitoring obviously for the Monday's range, right, which can appear somewhere around here, right? Then based on that, I would always be looking for the liquidity grab first before taking a trade. Next one is USD franc. Big shame that we missed our trade in here. We had a bar limit that was missed a little bit, and then price was running up nicely, right? So we are now in the mid of this range after taking this liquidity in here, and I'm expecting price to reach this level, right? So my target would be this order block first, right? And then, you know, here and here. So what I have highlighted in here is this daily range, right? Friday's range, and in it, I would like to be most preferably, as you can see, here is a 4 hours range. If we just move it like that, right, then we can see the high has been taken, right? Then now price is making a pullback, right? So that would be perfect if we get, because there was not some proper stop hunt yet. So if these lows would be taken somehow, right, this is where would be perfect to enter. So this is what I'm monitoring on the USD franc, bullish also. Next one would be a Aussie CAD. On the Aussie CAD, I have two possibilities, right? Because we have this weekly range, which was taken in here. Now the price is dropping lower to this low of this range. On the 50%, there's mostly coming a stop hunt. So if the price will come back into here before tapping to this level, which is my order block on the higher time frame, then I would be interested in shorts. If that doesn't happen, then below this weekly range, right, looking for the longs at the 50% of here, right? Because then we could get a pullback and then another run. So next one is NZD. Let's go to the daily in here. And NZD was quite a little bit further than before the other pairs. That's why it's dropping more sharply, right? So what I'm thinking is still this is a target. We can see how they left relatively equal highs right in here. So making an illusion of the double top. So what's going on? We got our weekly range in here, this purple one, right? So below it is also another this week low. So I would not be basically taking a trade if price drops below here, knowing that here is another low, right? I do think that both of them could be reached. And also this is a move in the one swing like that, right? So that would be nice if we get some pullback in here for the potential short, and then from here looking for the longs, right? So that's for the NZDUSD. Next one is EURCHF. EURCHF looks quite good. I think I have this from the 4 hours, right? So we have this weekly range in here. Price is now dipping below it. We got also this Friday's range in here, and we are on the quite nice level. So I do think that here is a potential setup forming to the 50% of this range. That would be quite nice risk reward trade. Here is USDJPY. We had the previous week, we had the perfect trade from here, closed somewhere in here. Then on the Friday it dropped, right? And then I've been expecting the Monday's range to be taken and price going higher. So that happened. Then I was looking for the entry in here on this pullback on this level. I think it's actually exactly this level in here, and price didn't tap into the level, right? So yeah, it's happening. It's going up without us. Now I think that we will reach this only if I get a pullback down here. Then I would be interested taking a long. If not, then I just passed on this opportunity. Next one is CAD franc. I think we are going to reach this high, right? So we have this beautiful daily order block in here, taking many lows in here, right? Tapping in here. And now what we can see here on the lower time frame is that basically, again, we have the new order block created in here, right? Price has taken this low. And we have this range, right? So at least the pullback down here would be a good signal for me for going long on the CAD franc. Similar is Euro franc, right? We had the weekly range manipulation in here, right? Now price created this last down candle is what? Our order block. It has been tested here few times, right? So I'm not sure if we will get another test, but it of course can happen. We can see this range, how it's playing out, right? So we have our range, then manipulation price closing inside, and now we could be looking for a trade in this range where was this manipulation. So in here we should be looking for a trade. So there is a potential chance that this is going to happen and we can get a potential long trade, right? So I got my alarm in here. Does not mean that I will simply set up my trade and wait. I will be definitely monitoring on the lower time frame, right? So if this is a weekly range, 4 hours levels, then maximum minimal level entries on the 1 hour, right? So would be beautiful if we get it down here, right, and can ride to the 50% range or even possibly to the top of this range. Next one would be NZDCAD. Here it's similar like on the Aussie CAD. So what's basically happening is that the price is coming into the level, which is daily order block. And here we have this previous month low, right? So I think we are going to this lows. And if the price will not touch this level, but it will make a pullback first, something like this in here, then I think here is a nice chance to short before it goes up again, right? So this is NZDCAD, and last one will be GBP CAD. and I think you can see it very clearly here. Let me take it to the 4 hours. Right, so we have this monthly range in here, price dropping lower. We have also inside this Friday's range. So what could possibly happen is that if the price goes higher, then I would like to be shorting it down here. Then if this highs is not taken, then from here I do think that we have a chance for this. Right, so having a few possibilities in here. The next one is going to be, and yeah, this is the NZDCHF. Also similar possibility in here, right? So we are already being trading in this monthly range where this low has been taken. Now we are around a 50%, where mostly comes a stop hunt of these lows. Right, here is our level, and I do think that from here we could go higher, right? So it's the another one, and it's probably the last one. So I tried to make it quick. Anyway, it's a lot of pairs, a lot of possibilities, so write it down to your journal. If you don't do it and you just want to take these opportunities with me, just join my signals or my Telegram channel where everything is mostly posted. Have a great weekend, my friends. Bye bye.